I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mariota, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. A Titan first down, Mariota to Walker.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Titans Ringo.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Mariota to Lewis on the draw. Dion Lewis, touchdown Titans. The defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Rodgers now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Packers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Rodgers to throw once more. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And, you know, they always talk about
now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Double time, double time. Hey, we got 3 down.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Mariota. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a hit comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing, Mariota. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mariota. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Working out of the gun, Mariota. He finds Corey Davis, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another first down.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Again, it's Lewis. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now Mariota, and that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Well, Charles, as we peek back to week 1, what would you say were the positives for some teams or individuals that you took away?
Well, it started on opening night, Green Bay, and their defense. Not necessarily Aaron Rodgers and what they did going into Chicago and winning. Kansas City, they picked right up where they left off.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Now he's flushed out right, and it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Mariota now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Mariota. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw is Mariota. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lewis. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. From the gun, Mariota. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 23 yards the pickup there.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great. And they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jonnu Smith there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, 50 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Mariota now to throw on first down. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphries. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Here's Mariota. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. To the air again, Mariota. The quick slant caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a gain of 35. Rodgers looking to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Geronimo Allison with his second touchdown of the afternoon. Now the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? Bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.